Hi everyone. Okay, I hope this lighting is okay. It's a makeshift lighting setup just for now while I'm filming this video. I was tagged to do this by The Stranger Speaks here on YouTube. I will link below to his channel. He's really great. His editing is awesome. I wish I could edit as well as him, but nonetheless, I will go on. Okay, so the tag is 10 things you didn't know about me. So I'm trying to think of things. I wrote a short list, but I only have 5 on here, so I'm just gonna have to see how I go. Alright, so I broke my leg at 15. That was the only bone I've ever broken in my body, and I broke it pretty severely. So it was my left leg, and how do I do this? Alright, so this is the bone on the left of my leg, and this is the one on the right side of my left leg. So the bone on the left bent like that, and it caused this bone to break in half. So to fix it, they had to put a metal rod about yay long. How was that compared to my head? That big? Probably a bit longer, but on the left side to straighten out the bone, and then that had 4 screws in it, and then on the right side they have to have 2 screws, and they were going up at that angle to like put those 2 bones together. I got that done when I was 15, obviously, immediately after I broke my leg, and it caused never-ending pain. I don't know, I got it done in Victoria. That's another thing. I lived in Ballarat for a year. That's Victoria. That's where I met my boyfriend. Yay, another thing. That sounds really bimbo, but I'm not. So yeah, I got that done, and about a little under a year ago I got the metal taken out because it was causing me a lot of pain, and I'm still getting pain now, unfortunately, that it is out. I think it just sort of messed up my leg pretty severely. So how I broke my leg, I was trolley surfing. I've never done anything like that before. I'm not that stupid. And the one time that I decided to jump out of a trolley, I landed at an odd angle, and yeah, well, the rest is history. Alright, next thing, I got another cat, little Sophia. My sister called me up and told me about her because she found her in a tree, injured, malnourished, riddled with fleas. It was really bad. She was attacked. So Sam decided to take her in for about a day, and she brought her over here, and I just fell in love with her, and I wanted to give her a good home, and I needed to get another cat for Alfie because he's getting a little spoilt, and you know, if I want to have kids, I don't want him to go through toddler tantrum phase with having my child there taking away the attention from him. So at the moment they're having a little bit of bickering, but they're getting along a lot better. Like, they have the good moments, and you know, I guess it's just like anything really. Another thing which you might know, I mean, honestly, if you've been to my channel you would have seen it, Pin-Up Boudoir. I own this with my partner Alex. It is a online retail store for 50s pin-up sort of rockabilly clothing, accessories, jewellery, separates, all the fun stuff. And yeah, I import everything from America, some things from Australia, and yeah, sell it online. We started that, actually, what's the date today? Okay, so I'm filming this on the 27th, and on the 28th of May we would have been open for a year. So it's our year anniversary sort of thing. So I'm really excited that we actually made it to the first year point. Yeah, so that's always good. Alright, next thing, random, I'm a Libran. If that, I don't really go too much into star signs. Like, I don't have any aversions to them, but I don't live my life by like reading horoscopes. My mum is really into that stuff, and she'll read my horoscope every now and again. So sort of was raised with that. To China when I was 12. We stayed there for 2 months, and we were supposed to be there for 4 months. My parents were teaching English at a college there, and unfortunately SARS broke out, so we had to go home. yeah, it was interesting being there. I mean, we went at just the end of winter, and it was definitely a cultural shock. They don't have a lot of dairy over there to get, and then their bread, it was really hard to find bread that wasn't sweet. Like, it looked like a normal loaf of bread, but when you bit into it, it tasted really sugary, and it was just really weird. So you make yourself a sandwich and you go eat it, and you go, what the hell's wrong? So it was kind of hard to find the right bread. I got to like color code things and get to know it that way, and getting cheese and milk was really, really hard. You had to go like a main city to do that, because we were in Nundaha, which is a smallish sort of town. We're staying at the college there, which was, it was fun. I mean, I met a lot of people. They were really fascinated by me because at the time I had dyed my hair red and like a blonde streak at the front. It looked really bad. But I was 12, it was so long. It was 10 years ago now. So, but yeah, people were just like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. And I'm not trying to be vain or like up myself or something, but they actually said that. Like, not just one person. Like, every conversation that I had with anyone, they would be like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. And I really didn't feel beautiful. I had really bad acne and I felt disgusting. But, you know, take the compliment. They were nice. They're really lovely people. Random old dude thought that me and my brother were married, because I was like, oh, it's nasty. They just assumed boy, girl, oh, they must be married. I have 7 tattoos. I hide them pretty well. I mean, there's one I can't really hide that well. I'll show you the one that I have on my wrist. That one says love in German. The story behind that is I took my mum to get her first tattoo done, and she is German, so I got one with her, which was nice. That's another thing. My dad's English and my mum's German, so I'm English and German descent, first generation Australian. And the next one, if my arm will straight up, it's the symbol. I just got it because I really like that symbol, and it's got a lot of meanings, different meanings, so that's what I liked about it. But I have had some Indian people come up to me like, do you know what that means? I'm like, okay, just chill out. You know, when you have tattoos, you sort of encounter a bit of judgment with people. They can be really, really rude. I've had, when I was working at Kmart a couple of years ago, I had a guy who grabbed my wrist, yanked me backwards, twisted me down, and was like, oh my god, do you have a tattoo? What is this? I was like, yes, excuse me, fucking tattoo. Excuse my language, get off my arm. Next tattoo I got, my first tattoo was a heartagram. It's not a pentagram, but it looks like one, except at the top there. If you know the band His Infernal Majesty, Her Infernal Majesty, something like that, their sort of logo is a heartagram. So I got that on my lower back. It's not a tramp stamp, so sick of people making that joke. And then I got added to it, which I count as one tattoo, which is 2 wings on the outside, the sort of half angel, demon, black, sort of grey shaded wings on the back. Then I got just a random outline of a star on my right hip, and on from my left side, from my ribs all the way down to my hip, is a sort of a, I don't know how to describe it. She's like got her arms behind her back, sort of bound, naked gothic chick with like a rose on top, not like on her head, just above her, and sort of, yeah, it's interesting. I like it. It was the most pain I've ever gone through with a tattoo. It was absolutely, oh my god, it was awful. It was, yeah, getting your ribs done, holy crap, it was horrible. Like, I'm pretty good at handling pain. I thought, oh, it's just another tattoo, and I went in there, and it brought a tear to my eye. I'm not even kidding, that was awful. And then last one is on the back of my right calf. It's about, I don't know, like, about yay long, sort of almost the length of my calf, and that is a pin-up model. Obviously I'm into pin-up stuff because, yeah, this is the business that I'm in, and I've always really loved the 50s pin-up style stuff. So I know in the 50s you would never get a tattoo, but yeah, I'm really scraping the barrel here trying to think of things. I was born in Brisbane, and then when I was about 2 years old, I fell out of a 2-story building, and it's actually around the corner from the house that I'm in now, where I'm in now. It was really spooky. Like, I was actually born in this area and I've sort of migrated back here, which is really cool. When we first moved in here about a year ago, my mum drove me by the house that I fell out of. There's actually now like wooden bars, like fencing around the windows, 2-story house, and like the fire screen was just loose, so I just sort of toddler fell out and I landed on all fours in the fern patch, so I missed all like the bricks and everything. It was really cool. I was completely undamaged, no bruises, no cuts or brain damage or anything like that, so yay for me. And then after that we moved to a small town, Maleny, in the Sunshine Coast, hinterland of Queensland. It's in the mountains. It's very small. It's getting a little bit bigger now. It's sort of a tourist spot now. When I grew up there, it wasn't very fun at all. The hangout spots were sort of outside Najee's, which isn't actually there anymore, but that was like a smorgasbord of like cross between like a little restaurant, convenience store, video store. It was just all in one building. That's closed down. I was like separated into 3 stores, but yeah, so that was the hangout spot, or Bottom Park, Top Park, or outside of IGA, which is awesome. If you don't know what IGA is, that is just a grocery chain in Australia. I'm not sure if they're international, I really wouldn't know, but yeah, we had an IGA in Maleny. So yeah, I am 21, turning 22 in October. My birthday is October 19th. I'm not exactly excited about it. I don't really have any strong feelings towards birthdays. I don't know. It's just another day, really. It's always, I mean, I was excited when I turned 18, but because that's a big thing here, because 18, if you're in America, you have to wait till you're 21 to drink. 18 here is the blah blah blah. 18 here is the legal drinking age, so that was really exciting. On my 18th birthday, I went out to the RE, which I lived in Toowong at the time, which is about 10 minutes from Brisbane City. So the RE was just down the road, and we went there, and I thought, oh, kind of sucks. And then we were about to go out clubbing, and I was just like, oh my god, I really don't want to. So we ended up going home. I was a bit of a party pooper there. I'm not a really big, like, clubber, let's go out, let's go freaking crazy, get smashed, yeah. No, I've done my club hopping days, when I was within the last year, I've settled down a lot more. I went out, like, every weekend for a while. I think on my 18th birthday, it's really the people that you're with that make it fun. I thought it was really boring, and then I went out with a different group of people a couple of years later, and it was so much fun. So it really is the people that you hang out with. So yeah, it was fun, but I mean, I don't really like going out. It costs so much money. We used to, like, whenever we go out, we spend about like $500 a night, and that is just not doable at all. That is ridiculous, because we're so nice. We pay for people's drinks, all of our friends, and they're nice. Like, they will shout rounds and stuff as well. But yeah, it's just expensive, and I'm a bit of a homebody. I like chilling with my cats, and at the moment Alfie, the big cat, is trying to kill Sophia, the little cat. They've been getting into a little bit of fights, so I've really got to be on hand to watch them. I don't know what else to say. I did hairdressing for a little bit. My boss was an evil Nazi from hell, so one day I literally, it was like at the bottom of a house where the salon was, so I went out to hang the towels to dry, and I had an absolute breakdown. I bawled my eyes out, called my mum, and I just said, I can't do this anymore, this is ridiculous. So my mum just said, for your health, like your sanity, just leave, it's ridiculous. She was so horrible to me. It was the worst time of my life. I was overtrained there, which was good. My manager Adam was awesome. That's why I'm really good at like doing my family and friends' hair at the moment. I just did my mum's hair today. Caramel sort of all over, and then a few herringbone formation blonde foils at the top. Yeah, I was really thrown in the deep end there, and they didn't really care about sort of pacing me. It was just like, you can do it, go, do it now. And unfortunately, so if I went to an apprenticeship anywhere else, I would be working up to sort of blow drying someone's hair after a year of doing it, where I was already doing that and more in colours and everything within a few months. So yeah, anyway, onto the story. One day I went out there, it was December 19th, and it was so busy and I was so over it, and I just grabbed my bags, snuck out the back, jumped the back fence and ran, and scared an old lady because that was her house next door, so I kind of freaked her out. But yeah, I just kept running, went to the train station and never looked back, never answered my phone. I think about 2 hours later I got a call from my boss, and she was like, left a message going, "Oh hi, just noticed you weren't here, just wondering, let us know if you're coming back. Okay, thanks, bye." She's just I never responded. I got my boyfriend to go in there and hand in my notice and termination, and yeah, never looked back really. So I mean, I don't regret my time there because I got a lot of skills with hairdressing and it's really great. It's just such a bitchy industry. I can't stand it. It's I don't know, they're just always bitching to each other, just and I don't like really backstabbing, you know. I don't see the point of it. If that's like 9 or 10 or more or less, I don't know, that's a lot of things about me. It's sort of long stories, I don't want to drone on forever. Yeah, hopefully this lets you know a little bit more about me, and yeah, I don't know who to tag because I don't know that many people on YouTube yet, so I don't know if I'll tag anyone because everyone that I know has already been tagged, so it's kind of a bit redundant to tag someone. I hope this was interesting and fun for you to watch, and I hope you made it to the end. So comment, rate, subscribe, and have a great day. Bye!